The video ended abruptly. No location trace, no background noise. Only one sentence remained in Victor Nyx's mind. Confession is meaningless without consequence. Daniel Harrow was no longer hiding. He was broadcasting. And he had a hostage. The remaining therapy members were placed under police protection. But Daniel was not predictable in the traditional sense. He followed belief, not impulse, and belief makes a man patient. Victor reviewed the therapy records again. Every victim had confessed guilt, but Daniel never harmed those who showed remorse outside the group. Only those who had moved on, those who believed confession alone was enough. Daniel was not punishing crime, he was punishing comfort. Victor stood alone in his office, studying the pattern board. 7, 14, 21. The numbers had increased by 7, but the acceleration had changed. The last 2 murders happened within 48 hours. Daniel was speeding up, which meant pressure. Pressure creates mistakes, and when pressure rises, Victor Nyx enters the equation. The man who sees the move before it exists. Calm, precise, always ahead. Victor made a simple deduction. Daniel would not kill the hostage immediately. He would force a public message first. And he was right. A new video was released. This time sent directly to multiple news stations. Daniel Harrow stepped fully into view. Burn. Scar across his cheek. Eyes calm. Voice steady. He explained his philosophy. The law forgives weakness. I do not. He revealed the hostage. A former member who had confessed abandoning his younger brother during a robbery years ago. The brother died. The man never faced charges. Daniel demanded something impossible. He wanted Victor Nyx to publicly declare that guilt without punishment deserves death. If Victor refused, the hostage would die at exactly 7 p.m. The entire city was now watching. This was no longer a secret investigation. It was a public moral tool. Victor made his move. He did not go to the media. He did not argue philosophy. He studied Daniel's past. 2 years ago, before staging his death, Daniel's younger sister had died in a hit-and-run. The driver was never convicted. Technical lack of evidence. The justice system failed him. Daniel's crusade began there. He was not random. He was broken. Victor traced the location of the video through reflection analysis, a metal surface behind Daniel. REFLECTED part of a skyline. Victor compared building outlines. He identified an abandoned water treatment facility near the river. Isolated, industrial, symbolic. Water, cleansing. Daniel saw himself as purification. Victor arrived before 7 p.m. Inside the facility, the hostage was tied to a chair, alive, unharmed. But Daniel was not there. Instead, another white card rested on the floor, the number 28, and beneath it, a new message. You understand me now. This was never about forcing a public statement. Daniel wanted something else. He wanted Victor to admit something privately. The real pattern was not about numbers. It was about belief. Daniel wanted Victor to admit that sometimes the system fails, and sometimes guilt deserves punishment. But Victor Nyx does not operate on emotion. He operates on truth, and the truth is this. If Daniel believes he is judge, jury, and executioner, then he will eventually make the same mistake as those he condemns. The hostage was saved, but Daniel was still free, and now the city was divided. Some began calling Daniel a monster. Others began calling him necessary. The real question now is no longer whether Daniel Harrow will kill again. The real question is, will the city start agreeing with him if you want to see the final confrontation? Subscribe and hit the bell icon right now, because in the next episode, Victor Nyx ends the pattern